They had studied this place since childhood. Not from blueprints, not from maps, but from stories. Stories whispered in museums, stories buried in history books, stories guarded by men who believed stone and steel could protect legends. Beneath the Capitol, hidden under layers of rock and reinforced vaults, rested the crowned jewels, crowns worn by rulers, long dead, scepters that decided wars, gems older than the nation itself. Priceless doesn't even begin to describe them. And tonight, someone was coming to take them. The storm arrived first. Rain hammered the palace rooftops, lightning tearing the sky apart like it was angry at the earth itself. Thunder rolled through the city, shaking windows and drowning out smaller sounds. Perfect cover. At 2:17 a.m., the power flickered just once. Not enough to raise alarms, just enough to raise suspicion. Inside the royal vault, 6 guards exchanged uneasy glances. Nothing ever happened here. That was the problem. Deep below ground, a steel access panel slid open with a muted hiss. 4 figures emerged from the darkness. No wasted motion. No unnecessary words. They wore black, not dramatic black, but dull black that swallowed light. Their faces were hidden. Their breathing was controlled. These weren't thrill-seekers. They were professionals. The leader, known only as Rook, raised his hand. Stop. The team froze instantly. Rook listened. Water dripped somewhere far off. The hum of electricity echoed through the tunnel. But beneath it all, something else. A sound that didn't belong. A soft, mechanical click. A red laser cut through the darkness. Then another, and another. A web of light bloomed around them, crisscrossing the corridor from floor to ceiling. One step forward would end everything. No alarms yet, but that meant the system was waiting. Rook slowly lifted 2 fingers. Hold. Time stretched. Thunder cracked above them, and for a split second the lasers flickered. That was all they needed. They moved slowly, deliberately sliding between beams so close the heat brushed their skin. The youngest member of the crew felt his pulse in his throat. One mistake in history would remember him as a footnote. They cleared the corridor, but Rook didn't relax. Not yet. The final chamber loomed ahead, a massive door of reinforced steel, etched with symbols of power and legacy. Beyond it lay the crown room. Every heist has a moment where reality sets in. This was theirs. Rook placed a gloved hand on the door, and that's when everything went wrong. The lights went out, not dimmed, gone. Total darkness. Then boom. An explosion tore through the far side of the vault complex, the shock wave slamming into them like a fist. Dust rained from the ceiling. Alarms screamed to life, howling through the underground chambers. Red emergency lights flashed on. Rook's eyes widened. That wasn't us. Someone else had breached the vault. Steel doors began slamming shut throughout the complex. Guards shouted into radios. Boots pounded overhead. The vault awakened like a living thing. Rook